Aw, yeah. Skill.
Hey guys, it's the Red Inkling and welcome to this video. This video is going to be a tip video on how to kill Sans, the hardest boss in Undertale. So some things that you should know before we actually get into the fight. First off, Sans gives you no invincibility frames. He will constantly damage you and you have no point of returning once you get hit. Well, that would be true if it weren't for this next feature. Number two, Sans will inflict poison damage on you. It will read KR or Karma in your health, and it's purple. And it will wear off once the purple bar has reached the yellow bar. And it's actually helpful, except for the fact that you can't fully heal until the purple meets the yellow. So it can be kind of annoying, but it's actually sort of useful in most cases. And then the final thing, you have to fight to make progress. Sans' battle is a difficult one, and it's made worse by the fact that you have to fight in order for him to say stuff, which means that you're making progress. This can be annoying at times, but it's just part of any fight, so yeah. Next up, the recommended equipment, the equipment that I always have when I fight Sans. The weapon I always have is the burnt pan, not because it's quick, it's not efficient for speed runs with the 4 bars, but he heals you 4 more HP per healing item, which may not seem like a lot, but trust me, in several cases, it helps a bunch. And then, of course, the defense item, the best defense in the game, the locket. And now for the best healing items. So first off, the butterscotch pie, which is an item that Toriel gives you at the near beginning of the game, which heals all HP no matter what level you are. And the instant noodles, which heal 91 HP, and if you have the pan equipped, it heals all, because 95 is greater than 92. And then we have this steak in the shape of Metaton's face, try saying that 5 times fast, which is 60 HP, plus 4 if you have the pan. Then we have the snowman pieces, which have 45 HP, you can get 3 of those, and they give you 49 if you have the pan. Then the legendary heroes, which are 40 HP, 44 if you have the pan. And the CTs, which have 14 HP, which isn't that much, but the reason why I recommend the CT isn't because they give you a heal, it's because, drumroll please, they give you a speed boost. Yes, when moving, they don't give you a jump boost, and they don't let you fast fall when you're in blue form, but they do let you move faster left and right, or up and down if your gravity is sideways, in blue form, and when you're in red form, so you can move in all directions, they make you go uber fast. Well, they give you a small speed boost, but they stack. So I recommend when you go into Sans fight, you have 2 of them. So this is what my typical inventory looks like when I go into my Sans fights. I like to have the burnt pan and locket equipped, and then I have 2 legendary heroes, a snowman piece, the face steak, pie, instant noodles, and 2 CTs in that order. I mean, you can have them in whatever you want, but I like that order so I know where things are so I can get to them quickly, and reflexes and timing are everything in the Sans fight, trust me. So with all that being said, let's start the battle. So here we go with the first attack, and this is how to dodge it. So you gotta jump, then go through the bone wave, and then middle, up, dodge the blasters. Here we go indeed. So mind the key press noises, and here we go with the bunny hops, which is repeated short hops, and see I took damage right there because it's really easy to lose the rhythm or hold the up button for too long, but as long as when you practice it enough times, you can develop a rhythm. So here we have the hops and stops where blue bones come at you, and you also have white bones, so you need to jump over those, but also be grounded for the blue bones come at you. Here's a close-up of it, just so you can see what it looks like. It's a bit tricky, but thankfully you only have to see it one time. And then next up, we have the gap jumper, which is you literally going through the gaps. Again, I took damage, just don't mind. And then once you go through 5 gaps, move on. Here we have a platforming Sans adventure. I'm working on a better title, where you just jump over there, mind the bone clump, and then don't long jump because that guy will get you. And now we have Super Sans Bros 2, the sequel to the platforming adventure. So skip the middle platform, and then slide, tiny hop, go to here, and then jump over the bone. Here's that again close up, just so you can see how it works. And next we have Bone Saw. Super cool name. And so, this is a pattern that we're going to see again. Stay on the first 2 floors. If there's bones on the bottom, go to the top. And as you see right there, I just ran because I knew it would time out. And now we have bone walls. So this one's all about your own pattern. This is the pattern that I made up. But bone wall is all about you. But that last jump there, the attack will time out before you hit the ground, so you can do that at any point. Now we have the gaster platforms, which is just like bone saw. You stay on the bottom. If there's gaster blasters at the bottom, go to the top, or the middle, and then vice versa. Next we have bone wall 2. So these times the bones are a bit thinner. Again, it's just you developing your own pattern, and then jump right there to time it out. And now we have the bunny hops again. So just repeated short jumps, and once you do it enough times, you can develop a rhythm, so it's easy for you. And then we have bone jail, one of my least favorite attacks. So you gotta move through the bones, and then do 1 jump, and then wait till they're out, and then go. Here's why this is misleading. You don't move at the same speed as the bones. Even though I just did in that example, don't use that example as everything, because you don't move at the same speed as the bones. So now we got gap jumper again. And once he says, I can't afford not to care anymore, fight. Even if you're at 1 HP, fight, because once he says that, it's the midpoint. He will spare you here, and you can heal. I recommend you use one of the CTs, and then just heal until you're at full health. Now, don't spare him, unless you want to watch a hilarious cutscene. Fight him! And then he dodges, and mini strains time. So this is all about repeated random patterns. So here's the one I got. So you have jump, jump, jump and go right, jump and go up. Come back, and there's now a bone on your menu. Yes, it's super annoying, but as long as you get the timing like that, you should be able to be just fine. And now here's where I wanted you to use the CT. Because Gaster Blasters. This is the first edition of it. We're going to get into some worse ones later. But yeah, speed boost. It's noticeable. So now, we go on to Mini Strains 2. And here's some new ones. Go left. This one. Left again. And then boom. Then Bone Jail Mini. And then bones on the item select. Again, just use that timing and you should be able to do it just fine. Now we have the base slam, which is the base of a attack that he will use all the time. So just go across and jump accordingly. Now I want to point something about that attack. If you hold all 4 arrow keys on the Windows version, you can ace this attack. But in the Mac version, it doesn't work that way because of the arrow keys programming, so don't do it if you're playing on a Mac, because it won't work. Anyway, now the bones are all back. So just do the timing again, and you should be okay. Now I got the fatter gasters, which are just fatter gaster blasters. They move slow though, and my biggest tip for this one is only one will be blasting at a time, so just stay away from the one that's blasting. And now we have the bone jangles. So you gotta move in a circular motion. I like to do 2 at a time. Most people do 1 at a time. Just do whatever you're comfortable with. It doesn't matter. So next is another round of mini strains. Once you start talking about a special attack, you know you're going to be near the end of the fight. So if you've gotten that far, pat yourself on the back, because you're approaching the end. So now we have the Ace Slam. And once you get this dialogue, now would be a good time to die. I'll show you what to do next. This is the Ace Slam, the faster face slam. I forgot to mention the name of that. And it's got bigger bones. So drink the next CT once you get there, because noticeable speed boost again. So just fatter gasters. And once you have used both CTs, get to as high HP as you can, because once you fight him and he said now would be a good time to die, it's time for his last attack, which is a doozy. So once you have good HP and you've drinking both CTs, fight him, and here we go with his last attack. So 4 Ace Slams, I'm going to zoom in, and then we got the bone jangles again, and here we go with this boy. So it's a bone wave extended, just go through that. Bone clumps, stay close to the middle, but dodge accordingly. Stay in the middle, wait for a moment, left, and then up, down right, up left, right, and then Gaster Blaster Circle. This thing increases speed a bit. You should go around 5 times. Just stay close to the beam, don't touch it, and just go around. And once you do, bam, here you are. Once he starts freaking out on you, you have got yourself a Sans victory in the bag. And so yeah, this attack won't kill you, but it will drain you down to 1 HP if you don't have enough. And once he gets exhausted, you're red now. And now, it's time for a special attack. You ready? Here goes nothing. Yep, that's right. It's literally nothing. And it's not going to be anything ever. So he'll go on to explain how he just tricked you into, you're going to be here for all of time, and it's not going to be your turn ever. I'm just going to skip through his dialogue really quickly, because this gets boring. He talks again, and then again, and then again. And now, once you get to here, you will start a phase. So he's gonna start slowly getting exhausted, and start to fall asleep. Yes. Now, don't go to the left edge, because this will happen. And it will reset the animation. So I'm just gonna speed up here. As you can see, he is slowly closing his eyes as he's getting more tired. And once you see these coming out of his head, he's asleep. So I wonder why he didn't want you going to the left. Yeah, you can push the attack box. I don't know why, but you can. But yeah, just go ahead, push it all the way to the left. You can't go back, so just, yeah. And now where do we go? Do we go up? Do we go right? Or do we go down? You go down. So go down to your fight button, and you can't do anything else, so do it! Yeah! And then he dodges it. Or does he? Awesome 7 nines. That is what I like to see. And then, shocking reveal. He's going to Grillby's. Yeah, you didn't kill him. Everything you worked up to this point, it was for nothing. You're not going to kill him. You can't kill him. Everything you did was for nothing. As he calls out to his dead brother, you realize that this fight was an entire bust. Or was it? And that is Sans. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you appreciated a lot of the tips in this video. Hope you found everything useful, and I will see you guys in the next one.